Hello, I just want to take a moment to invite you to the Extraordinary You Magazine SOAR Retreat that's going to be taking place in just 2 weeks, September 6th through 8th, at the Omni South Park Hotel in Austin, Texas. Now, if you're watching this, chances are you've already seen information and advertising about this conference, about this retreat. And perhaps you've said, well, I don't know if this is going to be worth my time or the investment. It's going to require some sacrifice on my part. I'm not sure if it's something I want to take advantage of at this time. Well, I want to just tell you about a couple of events that truly changed the course of my life. And hopefully that will help you make the decision, the right decision for you in this moment as it pertains to you attending the SOAR retreat in 2 weeks. It was back in 1997, and I had taken a big pay cut, moved across country really for my marriage, and was in a job where I just could not see how it was going to lead to anything positive. I wasn't very happy in the situation that I was in. And I had an opportunity to go to a conference, actually to hear quite a few speakers. I remember Muhammad Ali was there, Barbara Bush spoke. There were a lot of heavy hitters who spoke at that conference. But there were a lot of people who had that same opportunity to attend that conference and chose not to. My university was actually sponsoring us to go. We had to leave at like 5:30 a.m. in the morning and get on this bus and drive, to the city where it was being held. And I just decided, you know what can it hurt to go and just see if there's anything that I gain from it. And so I went to a success event in Detroit, Michigan, and it absolutely changed my life. Like I told you, there were many great speakers there, many very well known people. But the person who actually made the difference in my life, can you believe that I can't remember his name? He wasn't a household name, but he said something. He asked each and every one of us who were there that day in that big center. He said, pull out a business card if you have one, and if you don't, use a sheet of paper or something. He said, write your name, and under your name, write the title that you would like to have 3 years from now. And then he said, I want you to also write what salary you expect to be making 3 years from now. He said, and if you're really courageous, go ahead and write what salary you want to be making, what kind of income you want to be bringing in a year from now. And so I figured, again, what do I stand to lose? I'll do this. It feels stupid. And so I pulled out my business card, crossed off the current title of the position I had at the time, put that I was the CEO and president of my own company, and I proceeded to write an amount that was 3 times the salary I was making at the time. And that was like big thinking for me at that moment. It was, who in public sector work gets to triple their salary in a mere year or 2 years or even 3 years. Okay, you're lucky if you get a 4% increase yearly. And so I just decided I had nothing to lose and I wrote it down. And I left that place. It didn't really feel like anything earth shattering had happened, but there had been a shift in me. I suddenly wasn't just seeing myself as just an employee, someone who was destined to work for other people and never have a say in what I brought in and what my standard of living would be. I actually felt like perhaps there are different choices I can make. And that was when I began to seriously plan how to produce an income outside of my job, but also how to maximize every opportunity that my current position afforded me so that I would be ready for that next step. You know what? I want to let you know that within a year, I had doubled my salary. And before I left that institution, so within about 3 years, I had almost tripled my salary. Could have tripled it, except I decided to turn down a position because I felt like it was requiring much more travel than I was prepared to do, given the fact that I had a young son at the time. Another story, again, this concerning an event that I attended. Now, fast forward, it was 2004, and there'd been lots of changes in my life, including the fact that we had lost 4 children through miscarriages. And I was just really searching and trying to find my bearings again, find my ground again. And I was up late one night studying for my bar exam when I saw an infomercial. And I was intrigued, and so I called a number. And long story short, there was basically an opportunity for me to pay what at that point seemed like a lot of money to attend a conference in Chicago. And I was going to be paying over $500 for my ticket, in addition to my travel expenses and my room expenses, my accommodation and feeding while I was there. But I just felt in my heart again, what if I can go to this and this changes my life, just as that previous conference that I went to? And so I bit the bullet. I made that investment without any guarantees of what would come out of it. And you know what? Did that ever change the course of my life? At this point, I go there, I totally immersed myself in what was going on, got as much information as I could, and I came home and I wrote and published my first book, which is now a bestseller. It's called Live Your Abundant Life. I went on to found and to coordinate a summer success camp for youth for 6 years in Danville, Illinois. And it just changed the way I saw the world and what was possible for me. And so I want to strongly encourage you today to find a way, to find the means, to find the resources to get yourself to the Extraordinary You Soul Retreat. We have pulled together some amazing individuals who have traveled great paths, some of them littered with a lot of pain, but from that they have gleaned some awesome information, and they are going to not just inspire you, but they are going to give you practical skills and strategies that you can immediately implement in every area of your life, whether it's your spiritual growth, whether it's with your relationships, your health, your finances, the almighty dollar that creates so many issues for so many of us, whether it's with fitness, whether it's that you have you're coming to a different season in life and you're not quite sure what to do. You want to be there. And so I encourage you right now to go to www.extraordinaryu.com. There will be a link attached to this video that you're watching, and get registered. Get your sisters, get your husbands, get your best friends, get your enemies who you know need help. Get them there, because this is going to be a life-changing event. I look forward to seeing you in Austin, Texas on September 6th. Be blessed.